Okay, today we know that Tinubu arrived Anambra, for commissioning of some project. But on social media today, there were a lot of arguments as regards the northern, the Fulanis, the northern youth on social media crying. They were thinking that Tinubu arrived Anambra for what? For the negotiation and the release, of Nnamdi Kanu finally, and this has caused a lot of panic amongst the Fulanis. What's your take as regards?
The Janjaweeds that are in charge of Nigerian problem are stunned, surprised by Tinubu's visit to southeastern Nigeria. They actually envisaged he was not going for any other business transaction in the southeast, but to release Nnamdi Kanu. That will tell you the level of impunity, the level of havoc Nnamdi Kanu's education of the Hausas, cost the Fulani Janjaweeds. They are all disturbed as I'm talking to you now because they are afraid that Tinubu will at least align with the southeast to come back comes 2027, because the north has actually prepared themselves, strategize on how to bring Tinubu's election down comes 2027. They don't want him to come for the second time. So now that he visited the Igbos, the Fulani North are very, very afraid. They are checking, believing that Igbo and the Tinubu will team up to actually make sure that Tinubu comes back 2027. And again, now the releasing of Nnamdi Kanu is at hand. That's why you see all of them crying. And I'm telling you that they should stop crying because it is too late. What they actually planned during Buhari regime has actually failed them, eluded them, and they are not going anywhere. About it, see, Tinubu Igbo alignment is going to yield good results, and the Fulani man is weeping, crying, stupor. I'm telling you, that's why Charles Soludo now, all eyes in the north are on Soludo, Tinubu's, alignment. Yeah. They are afraid because they believe that two of them will align together and have upper hand against the coalition party that the north are forming with Greg Obi. I'm telling you that Peter Greg Obi is my brother actually, but I'm against him now. What I want is let Nnamdi Kanu come out. Let every politics Tinubu is playing now favor Nnamdi Kanu, so that Kanu will come out. Then when the election comes, the Hausas will be win-win. Then go to pee on their trousers and panties. Why? Because they actually believe that Tinubu has joined forces with the Igbos to win election of 2027. The Hausas, the Janjaweeds, Fulani Janjaweeds, they are all intimidated already because Tinubu is in Anambra State, and the Hausas are afraid, thinking that Tinubu is joining political forces with the Igbos to at least stage a very strong comeback in 2027. The Hausas, the Janjaweeds, they are peeing on their various pants and the, clothing. They are stinking with iniquity, and this time around, they have actually seen the day of judgment in Anambra State. Tinubu is having strong political accord with Governor of Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo. The Fulanis are crying foul in the north. Tinubu is there. After commissioning the project, he has to go into the obese of the Igbos. Soludo is going to receive him, give him a nice reception, whereby two of them will discuss politics. What is going to transpire comes 2027. The Hausa Fulani, they are jumping up in pains, crying of their agonies out because political wind or cloud of the country has taken another transformation. I'm telling you, the Fulanis, they are all intimidated. They are afraid. And Tinubu and Soludo are going to form very stronger political accord that might edge any giant comes 2027. Fulani is afraid. Look at the insecurity around the country. The Fulanis are the ones that are killing.
Why don't you focus on the
insecurity of the country in the north? The north are dying on daily basis, and the Fulanis are not working together with their Hausa counterpart to stop the insecurity. Actually, Fulanis are the ones that are catching out, benefiting, with fat income. The realization of kidnappings, proceedings of Boko Haram kidnappings in the north. Fulanis are on the gaining side. That's why they turn their back on banditry, kidnapping, herdsmen attack, and Boko Haram, because they are the bloody people causing insecurity across Nigeria. We know now that Tinubu has journeyed towards southeastern Nigeria. They are all panting, stooling, peeing on themselves, and it has not stopped there. They are all bleeding from their nose. They are actually accepting defeat already while the dance or the fight is yet to start.
But okay, do you not think that do you know what? But what do you think that the Fulanis and the northern area? What do you think that there are so much panic as regards Nnamdi Kanu?
Their hands are not clean. These are the problem that Nigeria has from day one. After amalgamation of the north and south, Sadano Sokoto hijacked power politically and traditionally in Nigeria. Sadano Sokoto believed that he is ahead of Oba, Olu Ibadan of Ibadan, Oyeko of Lagos Island, Oba Kridolu, Oni of Ife, is above Obi of Onitsha, is above Ato of Igala, is above of Indigo of Iglory, is above of Oba of Benin. That's what Sadano Sokoto believes. And let me tell you, these people, Nigerian politicians, can never see far. That's why I say they are too myopic. They suffer from myopia, short-sightedness. They are not seeing those people that they are at least lording it over the south, that they are the king of Nigeria. Because of what? Religious bigotry. People that came in here with a Arabic ideology, trying to convince the Igbo man, the Yoruba man, to join them in that kind of, let me say, archaic religion. That's why they are not happy with Tinubu's journey to Anambra State. Because actually I know that Soludo and Tinubu must discuss. And after that discussion, something good that might, cause madness in the north might come out of it. And now that Tinubu is at least received largely in Anambra State, I think the Hausa, Fulani, Janjawees, they will be hanging themselves one by one, committing suicide never to see the light of the next day, which is 9th May. That is madness, political madness. They think that everything should be favoring the north, that the southerners are no human being, that the Fulani, the northern region, are the owner of Nigeria. People that don't go school, they only know mosque, they only know Quran, they only know Medina, they only know Saudi Arabia. Nothing like Western education, let me say, inclination in the north. These people are inclined with religion. Yes. Religious bigotry is it, and it has bent all their ideologies towards where? Mosque, Islamization of Nigeria, Islamization of Yoruba land and Hausa land. Igbo man will never be allow Islamization to take place in southeastern Nigeria. Oga, let me quote history for you. It took Britain 60 years to bring the Igbo man down. We allowed Britain to colonize southeastern Nigeria for 60 years. They fought the Benin Kingdom, prevailed on them. Oba of Benin absconded into Calabar, or Bongo of Calabar. British fought Igbo man. Igbo warriors sustained Britain till 60 years, and they prevailed on us using Bible. Why did they use Bible on us? Igbo man tradition and Jewish tradition, all the content in the Bible is exactly what we practice traditionally in my place. I'm from Anambra. That's why we actually listen to Chukwu Okike Abiama, God of Abraham. We allow them, they come in. But say let British man fight Igbo man and win him and occupy our land. No, suppress. You can't suppress us. You cannot. We went to school, we learn English. Does not mean that we don't have dialect and Igbo and tradition and our culture. Cultures that are imported into the Igbo land from the British, we know how to handle such culture. So Fulani, they are but water, akamu, where Igbo man is. Anytime they try it, we drink them. Oga Fulani is too weak. Terrorists that only occupy, attack in the darkness of night, cannot come and confront Igbo man in the daylight, because we are warriors. The first black Jewish state is erupting, the Prince of Africa, Biafra. That's why the Fulanis are going down. Nigerian government is going down on daily basis in the court of law. They can never prevail on Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay, but do you not think that we know that Buhari arrested Nnamdi Kanu, number one, and number two, do you not think they are panicked that when Tinubu released Nnamdi Kanu, this will favor him for 2027? Do you not
if Tinubu releases Nnamdi Kanu, that's what I'm saying. Igbo man will favor him, vote for him. Nnamdi Kanu is enjoying the largest crowd, in Igbo land. Who is all Jews of Kali where Nnamdi Kanu is? Nobody. Igbos are not like that. We are not we are not after give me, make I chop. Eba me, fumi. No. Whom we are, we work our money. Or got nothing like a gunje or fumi. Temi, morphe jet temi, no. All Jews of Kanu can never. Who be all Jews? That money where you get. Is Ojota Kanu from Igbere, Abia State. How much does he get? Nnamdi Kanu is a charismatic leader. Whatever he says, we do. Where he says, where he sends, we go. See, let me tell you, the time has come. The Fulani Janjaweeds, all of them should be still at least absconded into the Sahel country of desert where they come from. I tell you, Igbo man, we are so resilient to resist. Federal government will actually see it. Time is coming. Ohamadike must come out. When it comes out, people that are laughing at us will actually know that we mean business.
Okay, and it's been reported that Akpabio and Tinubu are already putting in the pipeline to, to sign off the tax reform bill. But what do you think this will become?
The tax reform bill is what bringing this animosity and hostilities of the North against Tinubu regime. Because if tax reform bill is signed, it is exactly restructuring. It means that Nigeria has been restructured. And the Fulani man doesn't want restructuring because there is no petroleum there, crude oil there, nothing. Natural resources eluded the North. North is a dry land of desert. They only cultivate arable crops. It's an arable land. You get lettuce, you get carrots, you get tomatoes, you get onions, and so on and so forth. Then southern Nigeria is where you scratch a bit the earth. You will start seeing the black gold gouging out. We are naturally endowed with the black gold all over southern Nigeria, especially the coastal line of Biafra. We are endowed with every good treasure of the earth. We are blessed by God. Fulanis are people from desert. Did you know or not read what Bible says about the desert land? They are the Arab Mugharebs. Better to live in the desert than to marry a woman that nags. God doesn't like desert. Desert is a desolate place. It is another, in other words, referred to as wilderness in the Bible. That place is the wilderness. They are stealing from us. If not because we have greedy southerners, Hausa Fulani or Fulani alone would have absconded into Sahel where they come from. But we have selfish, ravenous, greedy politicians in southern Nigeria that are lying with Fulani Janjaweeds, committing all manners of atrocities against their southern brothers. That's why we still find ourselves in this contraption. I'm telling you, time has come. Time has come.
Okay, but what do you not think will become of these Fulanis when Tinubu finally and Akpabio signed this tax reform bill? Do you not think this will end Tinubu 2027 campaign finally?
If it cannot end the Tinubu campaign finally, it is going to end Tinubu mark. Because actually we know that if a northerner comes, he might not continue with it. So anyway, to amend the law, to strike out law in the upper house is not always easy. But I'm telling you that if an Hausa man comes, they are going to punish him. That's why Tinubu must win 2027. After signing tax reform bill. I'm telling you the truth too. It means an indirect restructuring of Nigeria. But if Tinubu likes to play with them, along with them,
or should he wait for second when he enter?
Oga, this tax reform is already signed. I see Akpabio doing something about it currently. I don't know what to understand. That's where he's holding the Fulanis by the jugular throat. It has succeeded. And virtually, Nigeria is a restructured entity.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, we saw what happened in the court today, and it was reported that what the witness showed a video where Nnamdi Kanu was in an interview where that he was trying to incite people to retaliate to the Nigerian government as regards NSAS. It was linked to Nnamdi Kanu, saying that he was the one that instigated the youth to protest against Nigeria government. And at the same time, they said INEC office was born in one eastern state, that Nnamdi Kanu was the one that ordered the youth. What's your take as regards this?
One thing with federal government of Nigeria is that they are looking for any way, loophole to nail Igbo man. That's to nail Kanu, to nail indigenous people of Biafra, people that are at least agitating, hardly for emancipation of Biafra. They are looking for one way or the other. Buhari looked for one way or the other to kill Mazin Nnamdi Kanu in conjunction with Abubakar Malami. who just wrote late hour note narratives to what? Implicating Nnamdi Kanu the more. Why are they saying that Nnamdi Kanu was linked to burning of INEC office in southeastern Nigeria? Wasn't Nnamdi Kanu around? During the NSAS agitation, Nnamdi Kanu was outside the country. Nnamdi Kanu was just making a broadcast in his Biafran radio station. And let me tell you, worst to worst, Kanu has right to say, kill this, kill that, kill him, kill her. Why? Why did you fail to kill him during Operation Desert, Operation Python Dance, or his father's palace? You kill his boys, kill his dog. He escaped death by whiskers. That was when Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. He jumped bail because he escaped for his life. Then now you want him to go to Jerusalem, open an office, and start praising Nigerian government. Enthrone Wike. Wike is the highest person. Wike is one of the enemy of Biafran land today. Enemy of Igbo man. It has played out in Abuja. He ordered demolition of Igbo men estates in Abuja, Igbo men houses. So you want Nnamdi Kanu, who is the king of the Igbos, to now open an office in Jerusalem, start telling you, long live Wike, long live Buhari, long live Tinubu. Did Tinubu not know that Nnamdi Kanu was doing the right thing? That it was Fulanis all around the nation called Nigeria are constituting insecurity in Yoruba land, insecurity in Igbo land, insecurity in the core north, northeast, everywhere in Nigeria. So you expect Mazi Kanu to start eulogizing, praising, pouring encomium on Nigerian public office holders like Wike, that is in recent time the bloodiest Ikwere man in history, killing thousands of Igbos during the NSAS protests, raping. In fact, he gave Nigerian soldiers thousands of Ikwere women to rape. And he wanted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be very happy. See, allegation after allegation. Nnamdi Kanu would have gone to the court. I know, he went to the court with Operation Python Dance on Abia region. On Igbo region, not only Abia. Operation Python Dance that actually annihilated over thousands of Igbo youths. Operation Python Dance was still going on from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Presently in 2025, Nigerian soldiers are still killing Igbos and nobody cares. Chege Obanka Waka, anybody that is supporting killing of Igbo man must die too. That person must go down and feel the death. How sweet it is. Nigerian Biafran civil war that actually started was another segment of the war in 1970. It started. And Igbo man embarked on such war till date. As I'm talking to you, we are fighting Nigerian Biafran civil war. That's why you see me day in, day out on social media lamenting about the insecurity orchestrated by the Fulanis in the southeastern Nigeria. They started killing since 1970, shooting of 1,000 Asaba men. That one, I know, Kanu was barely 3 years then. And nobody could actually accuse Kanu of that shootings. Then the shooting at Lekki Gate, we know the person that gave the impetus, that kind of order and directive to Nigerian military to do what? March towards toll gates where Nigerian youths were having their campaign, their protest, their parties. And they killed, they maimed Nigerian youths in their hundreds and thousands. France 24 cover 8. Nnamdi Kanu is the cause. Is Nnamdi Kanu responsible for Lekki shooting? The whole Nigeria knows. All of us know who is responsible for Lekki shooting. Lekki shooting allegation has been actually seen one man during NSAS now, very guilty of that shooting. And nobody's talking about that shooting. Nobody's talking about that. Only Nnamdi Kanu, anything that happened in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu, anything that happened in Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu started NSAS. Now start time is because he's an Igbo man. Continuous trial of Nnamdi Kanu in the court today is continual abuse, manipulation.